morning guys, this is Vijay, biology lecturer from iLabor Junior College. So in this session today we are going to discuss about Unit 1 Living World, few past or previous year question papers in detail. Let's start. Okay, the next question what we are going to discuss, let us see this question. A group of plants or animals with similar traits of any rank which is, so here are 4 different options given. Let us see one by one: species, genus, order and taxon. So this is about the levels of different taxonomy. Okay, so a particular group of plants or the animals with similar traits. So among these 4, which one is the right answer? Let us see. So the right answer for this question is option D, that is taxon. So we know about the meaning of taxon, the term taxon that deals with a group of plants or animals with similar traits, similar characteristic features. So that is said to be taxon. Okay, so now let us see the next question. So the next question is about binomial nomenclature meaning. So here are 4 different options given. Let us see one by one. One name which is given by 2 different scientists, one scientific name which consists of a generic and specific epithet, that is nothing but name which contain 2 different terms or 2 different words like genus and species. Option C, if you see, that is 2 names, one which is Latinized, the other one is a person, and the option D, that is 2 names, one scientific, the other one is local name. So among these 4, which one is the right answer? Let us see. So binomial nomenclature we know about very well. So which was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Okay. So according to binomial nomenclature, a name, a scientific name or a biological name which is given to a particular species, it might be a plant species or it might be a animal species, but this species name which contain, there are 2 major components. They are a genus and species. 2 different components are present in a particular single biological name for a particular species. Okay, so according to this, the option B is the right answer for this. Okay, now let us go for the next question, that is the basic unit or the smallest taxon of the taxonomy classification or the taxonomic category. So we have discussed in the previous video, the different levels of taxonomic hierarchy. So the different levels of taxonomic categories, like species, genus, order, family, kingdom, phylum, and in case of plants we are discussing about division. So these among these all category of a taxonomy, which one is the smallest level or the basic unit of the taxonomy category? So the answer for this question is option A, that is species. Okay, so species is the smallest or the basic unit of taxonomical category, whereas kingdom is the largest taxonomical unit or the taxonomy category we can say. Okay, now let us go for the next question, that is father of taxonomy. Who is said to be the father of taxonomy? Here are 4 different options given: De Candolle and Hooker, Carolus Linnaeus and Aristotle. Okay, so the father of taxonomy, that is obviously that is nothing but Carolus Linnaeus. So who is designated as the father of taxonomy and also who proposed binomial nomenclature based on the 2 different component of a particular biological name to be given for a species. Okay, it may be a plant or animal species. Okay, so the father of taxonomy is Carolus Linnaeus. Option C is the right answer for this question. Now let us go for the next question. A scientist connected with the study of variations, evolution and origin along with the classification which is said to be. So it is a branch of science that is dealing with the variation, evolution, origin along with the classification. Now let us see the options. Classical taxonomist, he is considered to be, or herbal taxonomist, modern taxonomist or new taxonomist. Okay, classical taxonomist, which is not related with these variations or the hereditary changes, evaluation. Okay, and herbal taxonomy, that is not related with scientist who is studying about the variation, evolution or origin. It is just about the herbal, different type of variety of plants. Okay, So according to this particular question, the answer for this question is option C, that is modern taxonomist. Modern taxonomy is a category where we are going to learn in the taxonomy or in the classification along with the study of variations, evolution and origin of the particular species in detail. So that is about the modern taxonomy, and the person who is concerned with this modern taxonomy are called as modern taxonomist. Okay, so the right answer is option C. Let us go for the next question. Okay, so Carolus Linnaeus system of classification. So we have discussed very detailed about Carolus Linnaeus and his contribution towards the taxonomy and classification. Okay, so Carolus Linnaeus system of classification, which is based on, here are 4 different options given: morphology, ecology, embryology and cytology. So according to this Carolus Linnaeus system of classification, he could able to classify the different varieties of plants and animal species based on its morphological traits or the morphological characteristic features. So according to this particular question, the answer is option A, morphology is the right answer. Now let us go for the next question. First act in the taxonomy is, so when we are talking about this taxonomy, what are the different processes involved in the taxonomy and classification? You know, the first act in taxonomy, which is, first we are going to identify the organism. You know, we are going to identify whether this organism belongs to which particular species or which particular categories, like we are going to discuss. So the first act in taxonomy is first identification, then followed by the rest of the categories like description, classification and dividing into 2 different categories. Like, so the right answer for this question is option B. Option B is the right answer. Identification, identifying the particular species, the given species. So that is the first act in taxonomy. Now let us go for the next question. The taxonomy based on determination of genetic relationship is, the taxonomy which is based on the determination of genetic relationship. So here are 4 different options given: cytotaxonomy, that deals with the structure and nature of the cell. Okay, biochemical taxonomy related with biochemical activities to the living organism. Then experimental taxonomy based on the observations conducted by the experiments. Okay, so numerical taxonomy deals with related to the genetic relationship, talking about genetic hierarchy of a particular species. Okay, so according to this particular question, the option B is the right answer, numerical taxonomy. Now let us go for the next question. A group of interbreeding organisms is, a group of interbreeding organisms is, or organisms are called. So here are 4 different options, you know, genus, family, order and species. A group of interbreeding organism. So here we are going to discuss about a particular group of the interbreeding organism. So that is nothing but it is a term we are using for species. So right answer for this question is option D, species. Yes. Now let us go for the next question. A taxon is, what is the meaning of taxon? The term taxon which deals with, here are 4 different options: a group of related family, a group of related species, a type of particular living organism, a taxonomic group of any ranking. So taxon, the meaning of taxon is, it is a taxonomic group of any ranking. Taxonomic categories we have discussed in detail. Yes, different categories of taxonomy like species, genus, family, order, phylum. So that the exact definition for the taxon is a taxonomic group of any ranking, that is called the taxon. So the right answer for this question is option D. Option D is the right answer for this question. Now let us go for the next question. The branch which is connected with nomenclature, identification and classification. This is a branch of science which deals with nomenclature, naming of organism, identification, identifying the organism and classification. Okay. So let us see the right answer for this question. It's a very simple question, the branch which is connected with the nomenclature, identification, classification. Just now we have discussed about this, that is taxonomy. So taxonomy, this is a branch of science which deals with different these categories like identifying the organism, then classifying the organism, then followed by naming of the particular organism. So the right answer for this question is option B, taxonomy. Now let us see the next question. So the next question is about a sequence of taxonomic categories. Okay. So when we are talking about this taxonomical category, these all terms are involved. Species, genus, tribe, family, order, class, and division, and division or phylum, and followed by this kingdom. So this is like an ascending order. So here let us see the correct sequence of the taxonomical categories. So here you see first one, class, phylum. So class is there before phylum. So this is not the correct sequence. Then when we are talking about this division, again here also tribe, order, family, these all are again mismatched. So here this sequence also not the right answer. And option C, division, class, order, family, tribe, genus and species, this almost same, the exact sequence for the taxonomical category. Okay. So this is like an descending order. If you start from species, then it is said to be the ascending order. So the right answer for this question is option C, division, class, order, family, tribe, genus, species. Actually before the division we should write kingdom. Okay. So the right answer for this question is option C. Now let us go for the next question. The third name in the trinomial nomenclature. We have discussed about binomial nomenclature, trinomial nomenclature which deals with again a biological name to be given for a particular species. It may be a plant species or the animal species, but it could contain three different components: genus, species and subspecies. So the right answer for this question is option C, subspecies is the right answer. Option C, yes. Now let us go for the next question. In nomenclature, here are four different options given. Both genus and species are printed in italic form. Genus and species may be of same name. Okay. And both in genus, species, the first letter should be in capital, and genus which is written after the species. So if you see the rules and regulation for the binomial nomenclature, B, C, D, these all not obeying these rules and regulation of binomial nomenclature when comparing with option A. So the right answer for this question is option A. Both genus and species are printed in italic form or italic font. Okay. Then if you see how could we correct this all, the rest of the option like B, genus and species may be of same name, that is wrong. Like genus which is denoted with a different name and species denoted with different name. In some cases of course it will be same, not it is similar for all the cases. Like for example, like Naja Naja is one of the example. So that is one of the scientific name for king cobra. So here we are using same term we are using. Okay, like few examples we can see, but not mostly that is not correct. And when we are talking about option C, both in genus and species the first letter should be in capital, that is wrong. When we are writing the binomial nomenclature, genus name only we are writing with the capital letter, first letter, but species name we are writing with small letter. So this is wrong when talking about the rules and regulation of binomial nomenclature. Then genus is written after the species, this is also wrong. First we are going to write the genus, then only we are going to write the species, and followed by we are going to write the author in some cases, and the author who contributed the particular species, his contribution towards the species. So like Carolus Linnaeus, like Miller we are writing as Mill, like, so these all are few examples. Okay. Now let us go for the next question. Yes. So the next question is almost similar to this Naja Naja, In fish, like Catla is a specific name which is identical with the generic name. If you see this entire biological name, Catella catella, both genus name and species name both are similar, identically similar. Okay, so then type of the category comes under, like here are 4 different options: antonym, tautonym, synonym and homonym. So when we are naming of the organism, if in case the both genus and species name are identically similar or it is quite repeated, then such categories of naming of organism are said to be tautonym is the right answer. So option B is the right answer for this question. Option B. Now let us go for the next question. So the next question is, which one of the following is not a correct statement? Here are 4 different options given. And this question is based on taxonomical aids. Okay, so let us see one by one. First one is about which one is not a correct statement. Which one is not a correct statement? So underline that one. So let us see one by one. Herbarium houses dried, pressed and preserved plant specimens. Herbarium house, obviously we can see that specimens must be dried, pressed and preserved. Plant specimens we are using, right? It's a right statement. And option B, botanical gardens have collections of living plants for their reference. Of course, this also right answer. If you see in botanical garden, there are a variety of living plants, different variety of plants will be placed there for the further references and studying about the particular species. Okay, right answer. And option C, a museum has the collection of photographs of the plants and animals. Yes, this option is not a correct statement. Yes, this one is not a correct statement. Why? So in a museum we could able to see the stuffed animals. Okay, there in the museum we could able to see the large size animals or large size plants, or the species which are extinct, which the species which are endangered in species. These all are kept as a stuffed form. Stuffed. It is not kept only the photographs of the particular species of plants and animals. So option C is the right answer for this question. Okay, so according to this question, option C. Likewise, option D, if you see, key is a taxonomic aid for identification of specimen. Yes, that is right answer. It's a correct statement. Key is an artificial device we are using for the identification of the specimens. Right answer. So option C is the right answer for this question. The option C, which is almost not correct statement. Now let us go for the next question. So the next question is based on the concept of species. Okay, Mayer's biological concept of species is mainly based on, here are 4 different options given: morphological triads, reproductive isolation, mode of reproduction, morphology and reproduction. Okay, so Mayer's biological concept of species is based on isolation form of the reproductive species. Okay, so the right answer for this question is option B. Reproductive isolation is the right answer for this question. Now let us go for the next question. So the next question is, recognize the following flow chart and find the correct option according to taxonomic hierarchy. So here taxonomic hierarchy which is given: Angiospermae, CBA, then Mangifera. Okay, so now Mangifera indica actually, so name of the mango tree. So where the Mangifera is considered to be the genus name and indica is considered to be the species name. Here species is not given, directly they gave genus, and genus to A, B, C, which one we have to find the correct sequence. Okay, A is comparable to Massidae while B is at the same level as that of the Primata. And option B, C includes all the angiosperms which are having 2 cotyledons in their seeds. Then option C, for wheat, A is Poaceae and B is Poales and C is monocotyledon A. Okay. So all these options A, B, C, all these options are true, correct statement. So the right answer for this question is option D, that is all the above are correct statements. Option D is the right answer. Yes. Now let us go for the next question. Which of the following statements best describes emergent properties? Here are 4 different options given. The properties of individual molecule which perform a specific chemical function. Okay. The function of group of molecules is more than the abilities of single molecule in the group. Then the magical interaction of molecules in water. All of these statements are example for emergent. Actually, emergent properties are related to this function of group of molecules which is more than the abilities of the single molecule in a group. Okay. The ability of group of molecules as comparing to the single molecule. So that is said to be the emergent property. So option B is the right answer for this question. Now let us go for the next question. So the next question is, which one of the following has least similar characters? Family, class, genus and species. Least similar characters we can in between the class. So the rest of them will have major difference between the characteristic features. So the right answer for this question is option B. So option B is the right answer for this question. Okay, now let us go for the next question. On which of the following 5 kingdom classification is based on? So here are 4 different options: cell wall and genetic material, types of organelles, mode of nutrition. So 5 kingdom classification is proposed by Whittaker. No, we have discussed about it. So based on this 5 kingdom classification, which is based on not cell wall, because the 5 kingdom classification which includes Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. So that is not based on the cell wall and that is not based on the genetic material, of course. Yes. Types of organelles, when we are talking about, see, you can see in some category similar types of organelles, in some category different type of organelles. So mode of nutrition is the right answer for this question. Option D, mode of nutrition. So based on the mode of nutrition, like whether the organism belongs to phototrophic or heterotrophic or saprophytic. Again, under the category of phototrophic, it belongs to autophototrophic or chemotrophic. So based on the nutrition, mode of nutrition, the organisms are classified, right? So option D is the right answer for this question. Then now let us go for the next question. Number of criteria which are used in classifying organism in 5 kingdom classification. Number of criteria is very simple. Answer is 5. So number of criteria are used for classifying the organism 5 kingdom classification. Option A is the right answer. So far we have discussed few questions from this unit, living world, in detail. Few more questions we are planning to discuss for the further video. Until then, thank you children.